two business owners, business owner A, Barry, and business owner B, Bryan. They each own a very successful steel fabrication business. They each pay 40p per kilowatt hour for their electricity from their energy provider. Barry and Bryan are using around 15,000 units per month, at 40 pence per unit, currently costing both Barry and Bryan around £6,000 per month. Bryan, through LinkedIn, keeps noticing many of his contacts posting on their news feeds about how their businesses have been able to save money on their electricity by installing solar installations on their commercial roofs. Bryan clicks the link on his newsfeed and arrives on the Power Hub website, where he can book a call back from one of the Power Hub experts. After a few simple questions, Bryan is asked to share what he is paying for his electricity currently, to enable the experts to assess the size requirements of a potential solar installation. Good news! It turns out that a new solar installation can save Bryan £2,000 per month on his electricity. Even better news for Bryan is that he doesn't need to pay anything. He simply pays for the installation every month. Only now, instead of paying his electricity provider the same amount, he is paying to receive his energy from the solar panels on the roof. He does this until the term has run its course. In Bryan's case, that is 5 years. So Bryan is now paying £24,000 less than Barry for the same electricity every year, which saves Bryan a whopping £120,000 over the 5-year payment term. Not only did Bryan not have to pay for the solar installation, but he was also able to save £120,000 during the payment period. Bryan is delighted, but it gets better. After the 5-year payment period ends, Bryan can receive 90% of his electricity from the solar panels on the roof, the very same solar panels he never had to pay to have installed. The same panels that saved him £120,000 over the last 5 years. £120,000 Bryan can reinvest back in his business. Only now, there is nothing to pay, as Bryan now owns the energy-producing assets on his roof. Every cell on the solar panels contributes to supplying Bryan with his electricity. Bryan is no longer paying £6,000 per month for his electricity because he owns the energy-producing solar installation on his roof. Bryan's installation also comes with a 25-year panel warranty and maintenance contract during his payment period. He also gets a net zero performance certificate from the Power Hub's carbon reduction partners, showcasing Bryan as a sustainable company, a footprint assessment, and a draft zero pledge. This, in turn, leads to Bryan attracting more potential customers, as the UK government is leading the way towards a cleaner, carbon-free environment. The moral of the story is, don't be like Barry.